Hi, a question for you. Have you heard of the term LPA or legal power of attorney? It could be you already have this in place. If you don't, please spend a few minutes and just listen to this little info I have about them. It is seriously important that you have an LPA in place. Doesn't matter how young you are, obviously presumably not under 18, or how old you are. It can be needed at any time. There are two parts to this. One section is called financial, and the other one is health and welfare. What both of these papers do is give people who you name as your attorney the absolute ability to step in on your behalf if something happens to you and you are mentally incapacitated for any period of time. It might only be for a short time through an accident, but by having this in place means that, for instance, on the financial side, your attorney can take charge of your financial affairs, such as making sure any mortgages are paid, bills are paid, rent is paid, everything to enable you to come back out home and know that everything is still ticking over and you don't suddenly find you've got a massive bill to pay or you're being chased by somebody for lack of payment. So the other one is health and welfare. This again comes into being. It doesn't matter if you're married to somebody, it doesn't matter if you're the next of kin, but it enables your attorneys who you name, there can be more than one, they can then step in and make sure those who are taking care of you in hospital know exactly your wishes. So it makes sense that you have obviously discussed all this with your attorneys. And also if, as in my case, my mother was taken to a care home, not necessarily through my choice, but because it had to happen due to her mental situation because of the dementia suddenly escalating, but only through having my power of attorney in place enabled me to actually remove her from the care home after she had had a serious accident. And in fact, she was in hospital and I was able to say, no, she is not going back because I had the power of attorney, the LPA. It doesn't have to cost hundreds of pounds. You can go to the government website and this form comes up and you can print it off and then fill it in. You then have to register it and that does cost £82. But depending on your circumstances, it then makes sure you have it all in place. So if you are not earning enough money or on certain benefits, you could well find that you can get it cheaper. Hence, by going to the government website, you can check it all out. It is seriously easy to do. It's not difficult, but it can take up to 3 to 5 months to actually be registered. So don't be tempted to fill this form out and put it in the drawer and then say, oh, I'll send it off when something happens. That's not the point. The point is you have this forms filled out and sent away, and then when it returns stamped and dated, you put it in your drawer and it's there for when you need it immediately. You can't access bank accounts or anything. It doesn't matter whether you're married. If those bank accounts are separate, you can't access it. You need the power of attorney. And talking to lots of other people, you have to say, as in the hospital, they'd say to me, have you got the LPA? I say, yes. Out it comes, health and welfare. I talk to the bank about something. They said, LPA? I said, yes. There's a financial. So please, I can only say, don't think it will never happen to you. It might. God willing, it doesn't. But if it does, it's all in place. And those who are with you can take care of everything, making sure that nothing goes wrong while at that point in time you hopefully, as I said before, are only not deemed mentally capable, for a short period of time. But if, like my mother, it's a forever, and not necessarily dementia, it could be anything that puts someone in that mode of going permanently downhill, you need those things in place before it happens. They can't sign once they have been declared mentally incapacitated. So seriously, please get it done. It is so, so worth it. And another thing, get those wills drawn up. Yeah? And remember, for your financial aspect, you don't have to own the house. It's not about owning vast amounts of things. It is about making sure you are kept safe by those attorneys that you have named on that form. People you must trust implicitly. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the view of the old oak tree behind me and the sun and the sky doing different things. I'm going to sign off now. This is a lovely, peaceful afternoon. And as I always say, as you know, it's good to talk. And very shortly I will actually be sorting out my websites and changing them from my my original career, which is all about animals, to a slight change. And as I say to everybody, 70 is only a number. Take care. It's good to talk. Catch up soon.